Hey, 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 party people. Dr. Markel here on this beautiful Tuesday evening. So, for those of you who maybe didn't catch, I was out of the office last week on vacation. And now that I'm back home and getting back into my normal routine, realizing that my guts just don't feel the same. And so, first of all, when we're on vacation, people justify a lot of different behaviors, a lot of different actions, decisions because we're on vacation. So, I maybe had more umbrella decorated drinks than I normally have. Do I have them on a day-to-day basis? No, I had umbrella shaped drinks. I was eating foods that I don't normally eat. I was on vacation, and in my head, it's vacation. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take it easy. So, like I said, now that I'm back home and in my routine, I notice a huge difference. I was slow and sludgy before, and like I said, my guts just didn't feel right. So when we talk about our guts, we are talking about not just your stomach, actually. We're talking about your small intestine. We're talking about your large intestine, aka colon. That makes up our gut. And really, we can call our gut the center of the health universe for a couple different reasons. One, it is here in the gut where what we eat becomes us, becomes part of our system. Also, some really important stuff that happens here is 80% of your immune system is housed in your gut. So when people say that they are going to do a gut check, or I have butterflies in my tummy when we are nervous, people are becoming more and more aware that tummy does play a huge role, not just in our physical health, but also with the emotional, mental component of it also. So, wanted to hop on and talk about a few different things, I suppose, because, like I said, your gut is like the center of your health universe. So, if you're not taking care of it, it's not going to take care of you. Not because it doesn't want to, because it literally can't. So, a lot of people have started taking probiotics. That seems to be a trend that has started in the past couple of years. You go to Walgreens, you go to the airport, you go to McDonald's. You can't get probiotics at McDonald's. I'm just playing. But it seems like every store there are... He's at work, Kyler. The plant shut down or something? I don't know. Walt and I are hanging bachelorette doggy style. Oh, no. Michael's at work. Slip of the tongue. This is too far in for me to delete this. Okay, well, anyways, back on track. That really threw me for a loop here. What was I just talking about? So, probiotics, sold in tons of stores. The probiotics aisle, though, is one of the most confusing. What's safe? What's effective? What the heck are all these strange words? This, that, and the other thing. And so a lot of times people end up just taking something because they assume something is better than nothing. And that is true. I don't even want to say that. Not all probiotics are created equally. So there are tons and tons and tons of different strains of bacteria out there. And unfortunately, only a few of them can be packaged into a probiotic for us to consume. And so some of the bacteria that are in probiotics aren't actually even useful because they're not viable. They're not still potent, I guess you'd say. So when you are looking at a probiotic, there are a few things that you want to look for. First of all, you want to know the type, the kind. So if you think of like Walter, a Saint Bernard, he is in the same canine family as like a poodle, but they're not the same, right? Bacteria is the same. It's a similar concept. So when you are looking at your probiotic, you want to make sure that it has two really common families are, and let's see if I can even think of the actual names right off the bat. Lactobacillus, maybe? And so lacto something is the first one, and then bifidobacteria. Ooh. You know what? I'm not going to think what the actual names are right off the bat. I will find it. If you ask me, message me on here, shoot me an email, whatever, if you want to know what the two types of the most beneficial bacteria are that should be in your probiotic. Number 2 is we're looking for colony forming units. So when you get a probiotic, the bacteria is actually alive. That's why a lot of probiotics are refrigerated, because we want to keep those bacteria viable. We want to keep them potent. We want to keep them working. And so I got messy hair. Sorry, people. So we want to get a probiotic that has a certain number of colony forming units. CFUs is what they're called. So think of it this way. Some of the bacteria, when you get your probiotics, are alive, some are dead. The longer it sits on your shelf, the more things naturally will die off, right? So if you're going to be taking a probiotic at the end of the month and you didn't have that many alive and well probiotics to start out with, it doesn't do you a lot of good, does it? No. And the third thing that you want to look for is you want to look for a company that practices ethical, safe, and effective, right? We want to be taking things that work, that help us. So you want to find a company that is out there that has a lot of research. And this all sounds really overwhelming and like a lot of work. So let us do the legwork for you. We have probiotics in the office. They're good for kiddos. They're good for adults. Disclaimer, probiotics, so maybe for someone who isn't familiar, probiotics can actually help you reestablish the balance of bacteria in your gut. So in our gut, there are bacteria that help us break down our food. There are bacteria that produce things like vitamin K, vitamin B12. And so there are some bad bacteria in our gut too, but they're in the minority and they're kept in check for the most part by the good bacteria. So probiotics can help keep the balance, can help keep the peace between the bacteria. But if the bacteria don't have the right food in the first place, a probiotic isn't really going to do you a hill of beans of good. So if you are still eating a ton of like processed packaged foods and taking a probiotic, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You are filling up your gas tank, but there is a huge hole in the tank. There's a million different analogies. Taking a probiotic is not going to do much good if you don't have a healthy foundation. So there are certain foods that we can eat that actually make good food for the bacteria. So things like fermented foods, yogurts. I wrote a list down here. Where is it at? Artichokes, bananas, skins of apples. Those things are actually really good for the bacteria, the good bacteria in our gut. So eating those things is going to help promote that healthy balance in addition to other things. So, like I said, a probiotic is by no means a cure-all. It can be an awesome tool to help restore a balance, but like everything, it isn't just a take it and it's fixed, take it and it's done. You need to put in the legwork also so your gut can be happy. A happy gut is a happy immune system, is a healthy body. Oh, I slaughtered so many words, but you all know what I mean. Like I said, if you have questions about probiotics, if you are interested in what we have at the office, you know where to find us. Bye-bye. Ooh, nope. I'm going to start saying toodaloo more. Someone said that to me. I love it. Toodaloo. And I did not hit goodbye. Goodbye, people.